Hello everybody, welcome to the White Tiger Tarot. Thank you so much for being with me here today. Today's pick a card is all about the process that this person is in currently. So there is someone on your mind or someone that comes to mind and you're kind of wondering what's going on with them. I don't know if you're in contact, if you're not in contact, just kind of what's going on within their process, so you have a better understanding of them and what they're going through, and maybe it'll make things a little bit easier on you both, or just give you some kind of peace of mind or knowing that you might need at this time. Okay, so that is what today will be about. We have pile 1 here with the Urban Tarot and the Jade. We have pile 2 with the Pastoral Tarot and the Rhodonite. And we have pile 3 with the Medieval Feathers Tarot and the Howlite. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to give you guys some time to meditate on your cards, and I will see you in your pile. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading today. This reading is all about someone on your mind and the process that they're going through right now. What's kind of happening in their energetic field, on their path, to give you clarity about them, and a deeper understanding, a better understanding maybe of them or what they're going through at this time. So you guys chose the Jade here and the Urban Tarot, and this is actually the deck we're going to start with today. Okay, so we are starting off with some heavy energy here, the Three of Swords. So this person's clearly going through some kind of difficulty. Some kind of hard time. We have the card of sorrow here. So they might be grieving, they might be going through some kind of loss, or just they might be healing from something from their past. I keep hearing laying their sword down, laying the sword down. So they might be trying to put down something difficult, something that's harmed them in their lives. We see like a razor blade here, and you see the swords. So there's something hard that they're maybe trying to let go of or going through at this time, or trying to heal from at this time. So we're going to get some more information on this process that they're going through right now. Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords, the Painter, and we have the Emperor. So these together are giving me the feeling that they're trying to take their power back in a certain situation. They're trying to see the light. They're trying to see the blessing, through this situation or out of this situation. So, and they might be, using mediums like art, things they're passionate about. Look, we can see it here. It's like they're trying to clean off the sword. They're trying to cleanse themselves, cleanse this feeling or this happening. I think they're trying to gain control back over their lives, over themselves, over their emotions, over their present. So for some examples. This could be, definitely a breakup, or this could be, things from their own past that has hurt them, that they've needed to heal from. And they're like sorrows in their life, or maybe, maybe it was job loss. It was some kind of betrayal, some kind of, being in some kind of tough position. And so right now, I think they're just trying to gain control back over what happened or what went wrong. This could also be an addiction, okay? This could also be someone, battling their own mental anguish, depression, addiction to something, or just their own, thoughts that have hurt them, their own actions, okay? It's like I'm trying to gain control back over my mind, over my thoughts, over my life, and how I think about these things and how they affect me, okay? I'm trying to lay the sword down. I'm trying to cleanse my thoughts, or cleanse what has happened. And so I feel like this person is going through a cleansing. We see a lot of rain here. So it's like things are being cleansed and washed away and put down and looked at. And, and that might look like crying a lot, releasing. It might come through in emotional ways where they might, maybe have some kind of anger outbreaks, but it's only because there's so much emotion here surrounding them. Like they're really having to push through a lot of turmoil emotionally within themselves, a lot of waves, okay? And so we see such a contrast here of like this light and this kind of dark, shadowy side. And so I think they're trying to find their balance, and they really are trying to look towards the light and look towards the blessings, or look towards, the future and change, and, trying to maneuver in a better way going forward. Okay, they really are trying to look towards the light, but there is still something that has a grasp over them that they're trying to take control over. There's still some kind of dark energy or dark emotions that are residing within them. Okay, but I really do see them taking control over it and getting a handle on it. Okay, all right. We're actually going to grab more. I'm going to look at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, exactly. That's why Spirit guided me to the bottom. Change. They're trying to change. They're trying to take positive action forward in order to change this about themselves or their lives or their emotional state, the way this has affected them, the way they've begun to maybe act, or maybe an emotional state that's kept them stuck. Okay, they're actively trying to do things in order to change their vibration, change their outlook, change the outcome, change themselves in a positive way by doing things that are going to help them heal, help them grow, help them move forward in a positive, enlightening way. Okay, so like doing things that expel the energy in a positive way for them. So I really do see a positive way forward for this person, that they really are taking the right actions, doing things that are going to get them through this in a healthy way on the other side. Okay, and so we have the Seven of Wands with Valor. And we have the Magician. Beautiful. So again, there's this message of gaining control, trying to gain control over it again, over their own lives. And I see a lot of passion here. yeah, it's like they are looking at ways on how to overcome and gain control. And I also see them, they have a lot of passion. They have a lot of passion within them. And they have something, you know, very powerful and creative about them. And so these things might affect them very deeply. And maybe they felt like the world was against them, or there were certain things against them for a long time. And maybe that was part of the hurt. Maybe they felt like they were standing up for something that no one else cared about, or they had some kind of belief that was maybe rocked in some way. But I see them like regrouping, re-looking at maybe what once something that I believed or I stood for or I stood up for, someone I stood up for. There's something here where it feels like a regrouping of my beliefs, of what I think. And so this could be like a big, yeah, like change on my own emotions, my own beliefs. Like I could have had those things rocked and just totally came crashing down. And so now I'm trying to kind of reorganize that energy in a positive way for myself and channel it into creativity, channel it into things that are going to help me, that are going to, make me feel whole again, make me feel connected to myself again, to life again, to love again. It's like, putting the sword down in one way, but then picking up a new sword, picking up other things that I'm interested in, that are going to help me move myself forward in a more positive way. Sorry about the glare, by the way. I'm just having to use some lights. So, yeah, my apologies for that. I'm actually going to keep going with the same deck. This is interesting. Yeah, I'm going to look at the bottom here. So, yeah, the Seven of Cups with debauch. Something's been something that maybe they really stood for at some point, really believed in, or at one time really wanted. It turned out to be like some kind of like sand castles, like castles made in the sky. Like it kind of came crashing down in one way or another. Or it was like, or they're looking at something in a new way, something that they once like valued or did. Like it could be an addiction to something, right? It could be alcoholism. It could be anything. This could be, my beliefs about what life is or what life should be. Maybe it was like, I was a big party person, or, I just didn't, maybe this is my principles are changing, right? Something showed itself to this person, and it's created this kind of change, this kind of, it showed through the illusion. The illusion has come down on something, or will be coming down. But I really do feel like for most people it's come down. And I don't know what's triggered this. Yeah, okay, so we have the Six of Cups with pleasure. Something that was really pleasurable for them. It's like how we saw in debauch. Again, we have the wine. This could be, a relationship and a sex addiction. It could be an addiction to anything, really. But it was like something that wasn't good for me. But it gave me a lot of pleasure, right? But I saw through that, you know what? This isn't as fulfilling as I once thought it was. This isn't giving me what it once did, right? It's not the same. It doesn't feel the same anymore. And maybe now I'm forced to look at my pain, right? What I was covering up my pain with, now it's no longer having the same effect. It's not the same band-aid that I can just throw on it. It's not helping me in that way anymore, right? So now I'm kind of having to face the truth, or face my pain, or face my trauma, right? That maybe I've kept under wraps for such a long time. I've kind of kept it hidden by drowning it out in one way or another. And now it's like it's like poking through. I can't hide from it. I can't pretend it's not there. And so I'm looking for ways to gain control over the darkness, over the sorrow, over the pain. And I think this person's looking to creative ways to put this into something. It's very interesting. Yeah, I almost feel like there's something new being lit in this person. And it's through the pain that they're now having been faced to look at. Prince of Swords, the hacker. Yeah, it's like they're learning how to hack their own system. It's like they're new. They're new to this, maybe the thoughts, or having to deal with these types of thoughts. And so maybe it's opening their mind in a certain way. Again, there's such a sword after sword after sword. It's the thoughts that are now entering, right? The emotions that are now coming up, the thoughts that I'm having to deal with. Now I have to look into them. Now I'm forced to look into them in a new way. Yeah. It's like now it's louder. Now I can't avoid it. Now it's like in my face, and I have to look into it now. I have to deal with it. I have to hack my own matrix. I'm being forced to face myself, my thoughts, and what that means for me. And, how do I maneuver this? How do I navigate this? I feel like creativity is the hack for this person, in whatever way they are creative. Okay, impartiality. Yeah, that's what they're learning. They're learning to live, to be able to look at this and learn that it's okay. To learn that it's okay to have gone through these things. It's okay to have these emotions. You don't have to be so consumed by it, which is what they were doing, because they were almost making it a bigger monster than it needed to be, or that it was to them, because they were just so afraid that it was going to be this big scary monster. When they finally had to look at it, that they drowned themselves out of it and actually created a much bigger monster in their own world, their own mind, their own life, by creating these addictions, these problems, or putting themselves in situations that they'd end up being hurt by, or letting people in that were no good for them, because they were afraid of facing their own darkness. They were afraid of healing from something, right? That kept them in this state of, being very surface level, maybe going with people who are surface level, doing things that are just skimming the surface, because I am afraid of going deeper. I'm afraid of going underneath that. And so they kind of kept on the surface of the water instead of diving in, instead of diving deep. And so that's what they're kind of being forced to do now, is to dive into their emotions and dive into their thoughts, and their beliefs and their trauma and their pain. Okay. And this might have been because they were afraid of what people would think, or they were afraid of losing control. Okay. I'm going to keep pulling here. Yeah, okay. See all these people. I mean, this is just the example they're showing me. So take the energy as it fits for this person. Okay, but we see again, there's alcohol around. It's just an easy example for me to fit the energy. It was doing something that we're just like everyone's doing it. Or it seemed maybe harmless because it was just seemed like, well, this is normal, or this is what people do, or, you know, going out, partying, whatever, drinking, doing these things, right? But it was covering up a deeper issue with them. And so it never really seemed like it was that bad of a thing or that it was a problem. But then something happened that hurt them, or yeah, it was like, oh man, or something left. They were hurt, betrayed. I don't know what it was, but it forced them to see what they were trying to cover up, what was behind it all. Let me see. Yeah, maybe they had to come impartial to, you know, caring what other people thought, or not being the cool one, or, you know, having people judge you for being different. Not just doing what everyone else is doing just because it's normal or it's socially accepted. There's something here about caring too much about what other people thought, doing something because it's just what everyone does. Okay. Okay. We have the Six of Wands with success. So beautiful. So this person is going to come through this difficulty successful. Okay. And feeling free, feeling like they've overcome a giant in their life, overcome something very difficult, very hard. You know, they were faced with something, and they're going to make it through. Okay. They are going to make it through successful. They're going to be on top of their world. Okay. They really are. By using their strength, they're so strong. By using their own strength and their own ability, they're going to feel so proud of themselves, so happy that they've actually overcome this, you know, on their own, using their own tools, using their own mind and their own strengths, and they are going to come out successful. Okay, so it's a beautiful outcome here. So I don't know if you're worried about someone. There is going to be some kind of successful outcome. They're going to get through this time, or they're going to, make it through this difficulty successful. Okay, look at that. We have the Page of Cups, understanding, and the Knight of Swords with fighting. So they're fighting something, or they have been fighting something, okay, that just needed a little bit of understanding on their part, a little bit of attention. And I just saw 22 on the timer. Okay, so this fighting, or this anger, or whatever this was, they were fighting themselves, they were fighting life, they were fighting these feelings or these emotions, fighting them off, keeping them at bay, keeping them away, was actually their cage from freedom. And so now what they're doing is they're finally being forced to look at the cage they've been in, to look at what they've been keeping away from themselves, which was themselves, and their actions or their behaviors or their beliefs or what's happened to them. Okay, they've been fighting it off instead of letting it in. And now it's like they're finally, or they will be, okay, seeing the cage for what it was, and setting themselves free and flying out, and actually, yeah, being set free, which is so beautiful. But at first it might look like a little bit of a fight. It might look, they might, have to fight themselves a little bit. They might have to face difficult things in their lives before they are finally set free. But they will have success out of this, okay? So yeah, there might be a little bit, it sometimes gets a little bit hairy and heavy before it gets lighter. And so that might be the stage in which they're in. They're gonna have to, but they're so guarded, right? They have all of this armor on that they have to work through, that they have to look at and go through. So it might look like a fight. It might look difficult for them, okay? And I would say the best thing for you to do is support them at this time. Just be there for them. I wouldn't try to solve any of their problems. I think they have to do that within themselves, okay? But just be there. Just be a presence for this person. Look, just be waiting for them. When they're ready to come join you and fly, just make sure that you're there and you're open and you're like, look, I'm here. If you need me, I'm here. I'll always be here. I'll be here when you're out of this. I'll be here when you're ready to come and be free, okay? And join me. And yeah, just keeping that kind of open and loving energy for this person, for when they're ready. Because they do have to do this themselves. Yeah, they're going through a little bit of something. Okay, we're going to get last message here. Maybe some advice. Some advice. I know I just gave you some advice. That was definitely guided. But yeah. Okay, so we have the Four of Wands and we have the Tower. So again, we see the man here, right? His barn has just lit on fire. He's devastated, but it was an act of love. It was an act of, divine intervention, a divine happening, okay, into forcing this person to change, forcing this person to maybe move on, do things differently. Okay, there was a big happening in this person's life, or there is a big happening going on in this person's life that has shook them, okay? It is to force change in this person, okay? But we have the Four of Wands here. This is for them. This might be to move home, okay? This is in order to free them. All right, this is in order to free them, in order to bring them into a better place, stable place, into better stability, into a stable place emotionally, physically, okay, within connection, so that they can show up for people and other people can show up for them. All right, so that they can have happiness, so that they can experience joy. All right, maybe in connection, maybe it's in community, and it's definitely within self, okay? So this needed to happen. It needs to happen in order for them to achieve this kind of freedom, this kind of stability and peace within themselves, within connection, within their world. All right. So, I don't want to say don't worry about them, because that's not, I'm sure helpful. But just know that this is in God's hands, okay? That this is happening for a reason. This is actually happening for a very positive, beautiful reason, all right? It just looks heavy and chaotic. on the surface, or, you know, it might be heavy and chaotic for sure, but that's what needs to happen. That's what needs to happen to lead them to this place of love and joy and freedom, and stability in themselves, in life, and connections, okay? So it's a beautiful thing. It really, really is. It might just look a little bit scary, okay? But this is setting this person free, all right? So I hope this gave you some kind of useful information, something that was helpful for you and this person, so you could better understand maybe them, period, or what they're going through at this time. All right, pile number 1, thank you so much for coming to your reading today. I very much enjoyed being here with you and reading this energy. If you enjoyed it, if this connected with you, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear if you want to share anything. Also, let me know by giving me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. If you'd like to know more about your own situation, you can book a personal reading with me down in the description box. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next reading. All of my love, pile 1. Peace. Hello, pile number 2. Oops. Welcome to your reading. This is all about the process that someone on your mind is going through at this time, so you can deepen your understanding with them and with what they might be going through at this time. All right, so you guys chose the Rhodonite and the Pastoral Tarot. So this is the deck we're going to start with today. Okay, so we're starting with the 5 of Cups. All right, so this person might be dealing with some kind of disappointing situation. They might even be like, where do I begin? I just feel like this person might feel overwhelmed. They might be, feeling really saddened about a certain situation, just not knowing maybe what to do or where to go. Like, how did I get myself here? How did I find myself here? This girl's wearing tattered clothes. Maybe like, I don't know how to get myself out of this space. This could be depression. This could be just confusion. This could be focusing on the wrong things, or just focusing on what's going wrong instead of all that, there is. But we're going to get more information here. I'm actually going to leave this here. Sorry about the glare, by the way. I'm just using these lights. I mean, no matter what, there's some kind of glare. Okay, so we have the Magician. So I feel like they're trying to create something in their life that they might be having a hard time with. They might be having a hard time finding themselves in it, or finding their place, or finding something that works for them. They might just keep getting disappointed in life or by their own creation. But it's like they're trying to do something, or they're focusing on what maybe is going wrong or how it can't work, instead of just focusing on doing it. This might be focusing on like the past or on negativity, instead of, just enjoying doing the thing, or enjoying creating, or just, maybe taking positive action to create something. and maybe just keep wallowing about disappointments, or how it hasn't happened, or how it won't work, or it can't work. I'm gonna actually look at the bottom and see if there's the Emperor. Yeah, it's like they need to take charge of their lives. This could be victim mentality for sure, where they need to just say, like, okay, yeah, things have failed, or things, maybe it's the world, maybe it's everything that's going on in the world, and I can't find success, or how can anyone do this in this place, or it's them, it's their, you can come up with a million things about, why it shouldn't be, or why I can't be successful, or why I can't do this. And what needs to happen is that they need to step into the leadership role in their own life and take charge of this creation, or take charge of their life, take charge, and not it's like there needs to be some kind of healing around the masculine, around their action taking, because it's almost like, we're focusing too much on what's not worked out, instead of taking positive action forward and making the changes needed or necessary. So we have the Seven of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. It's almost as though they're allowing maybe things that have happened in the past, that, people that have come in and done wrong, or people who are sneaky or cheats and liars, or who have, who have taken from them, or have screwed them around, or whatever it was. It's almost like they're allowing those things to kind of lead their lives. It's almost like they're allowing things that have happened to keep them in a certain place. But what the reality is that this is actually changing, that there are not always going to be foxes in the hen house, right? There's not always going to be these people. And I think that's what's shifting, is that they're coming out of a time of maybe where, it's like when their back's turned, things go awry, or things, they can't trust people, or they can't, there's something here about maybe they've been hurt or betrayed by people in the past, or in certain situations it's gone awry. It's and so that's maybe made them weary or tired about the creative process, or about creating something of their own, or even taking action upon something. Okay, but I do see this shifting with the Wheel of Fortune. It's like I do see them creating something new, or moving out of that energy, out of the chaos, out of the sneakiness, out of the disappointments in people, and, feeling like, well, here we are again, or there's, why do I even bother? Why do I even try? Okay. Okay, we're going to do more from here. Again, we have the same type of energy coming through. 5 of Wands, right? We see the competition, we see butting heads, we see a lot of like energy here. And then we have death. So this person they struggled. Okay, they've been struggling within this process, within, creation, or creating their own thing, or doing their own thing. And I think it's because they've encountered many either chaotic energies, or people who didn't have good intentions. Okay. It was like, yeah, as soon as my back's turned, it's like, okay, now it's just something else, or they've done something, they've taken from me. And maybe it was a lot of competition, and learning who to trust or how to do this. Maybe that means me going off and doing something on my own, right? But all this it wasn't for nothing. It was teaching this person how to strategize, right? How to grow, how to become stronger. But it was transforming them. It was transforming them and this idea, and how to do things, how to maybe, show up authentically, or how to show up in a different way, or how to do this in a different way, where it's like I was learning maybe what not to do or who not to trust, right? But we have two major cards of change, of shift, of transformation. And so this person's fortune is changing. It is transforming as they are transforming out of difficulty, out of betrayal, right? Out of having to strategize, out of the disappointments, and into creation, okay? Into maybe having the peace or the space to focus on something, okay? And yeah, we're going to get more. I'm actually going to check the bottom of the deck. Exactly the strategy. It was teaching them how to strategize, how to become better, how to learn how to move, how like learning moves ahead. So it was making them clever. Again with the butterflies, again with transformation. It was transforming them. Yeah, these big moments, these big maybe realizations or devastations or big change. It was like all of it was teaching this person how to strategize, how to move in the way that would be the most beneficial for them, the most beneficial for their ideas or their creations, okay, in a way that will be maybe most peaceful and most in harmony with them, and what maybe helping their vision be created, right? Okay, well, now I clearly know that I have to change, right? I have to I have to change this barn because foxes keep getting in, right? So now I know, now I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board and create something different, right? I'm going to have to take this apart, take this down. There's the disappointment, right? They got in again. I'm going to have to rethink this, rework this. That's what this is. I keep coming up against the same opponent, the fox, right? So now we've butt heads. He's taken one of my chickens. Okay, there's no point in getting mad at the fox because the fox, here, we're going to take that. The fox is going to do what the fox does, right? There's no use in me sitting and crying about the fox because that's what they do. So now I'm going to learn how to beat the fox, how to strategize, and how to get smarter than the fox, right? Get smarter than these energies that I keep coming up against. So I'm going to rework my plan. I'm going to change my location. I'm going to change how I do things. I'm going to reorganize. So it's like, it's been this time of reorganization, strategization. Why do I keep losing? Why do I keep getting beat by the same opponent, or by these different opponents that end up kind of teaching me the same lessons, or I keep getting blocked, I keep getting come up against, and this doesn't have to be people, this could be energy. I keep doing something and I keep getting the same closed door, keep getting the same blockage, right? So all of this has been slowly shifting every single time. You're getting closer, or this person's getting closer and closer. Their fortune is shifting. They've been going through a major rebirth, a major death, major transformation, so that they can come out on top, so that they can finally get past this and enter the space, enter the energy that is cohesive, that is supportive of their creation, of what they want to manifest or create, and desire they want to have, a wish or a dream, whatever this might be. Okay, we're going to keep going. Sorry, I'm going to take a sip of my tea. 1 second. It's funny. We're sticking to the deck. Ace of Pentacles, yeah. So again, we see that kind of wheel here and the Wheel of Fortune, and the wheel's going, it will stop. Okay, I see this, the wheel ended stopping. I feel like it's been turning for a long time. There might be a lot of change and a lot of uneasiness, a lot of, things tipping over, falling over, starting, stopping. But I do see there is a grounded new beginning here where the wheel finally stops in a prosperous place, right? So that it can grow, so that things can actually take root and grow, okay? So that it's not always shifting and always changing and always up in the air, okay? So I do see it finally stopping in a prosperous place where things can take root, things can grow, abundance can be here. There's some kind of new beginning or new grounded in the real opportunity where it's like, okay, finally we're in this space where this can happen, where this can prosper, where this can bloom, where you can bloom, where this person can bloom, is when I say you. And maybe it's I keep saying that, so maybe you're included in this. Maybe it affects you as well. Okay, so yeah, I would say now is the time, or very, very shortly is the time in which it's kind of now you're able to gain, you're able to actually gain some traction with something. This person's actually going to be able to gain some traction, get what they need, have some kind of, stable inspiration, stable environment that works for them, that helps them bloom, that actually is the space in which they can grow in. Okay. Yeah, and that can take a while to figure out. There is a grounded new beginning here coming in. Yeah, so we have the Two of Swords with peace. Yeah, it's like finally there's some peace that comes. Yeah, finally it's like, okay, I'm in a space of peace. That's what we were saying with the Magician. Like finally I feel peaceful. This new beginning, or this grounded new beginning, this grounded opportunity, I feel like, okay, here I can play here, I can create here, I have peace, I can work with this, and it's actually able to take root. There's peace in the mind after this opportunity comes through, or after this thing takes root, or gets, the wheel stops, and it's like, okay, we're in this space now for a while, and that creates peace. And there's something here about this new opportunity creating peace. Okay, so we have the Seven of Cups with debauchery. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, so the Eight of Swords with interference. There was interference within the peace. There was all of these things that were interfering with the message, with the input. Okay, maybe that was, certain influences around a certain environment that was influencing this person. Okay, that wasn't allowing them to gain the peace they needed in order to thrive, in order to grow, in order for their soul, right, to have what it needed. There was so much interference. There were so many blockages in the environment or in, what was happening around this person, what they were getting pulled into. And again, we have death. This person has been going through, just like we see it, their heart has been pulled out and becoming new. Okay, they're getting like a whole different life. It's like a heart transplant. That's what it feels like. It's like they're being transplanted, like into something completely different, into a completely new environment that it's going to actually, it was like they were sick before. Environment made them sick. It didn't allow, right, interference. Maybe they were physically ill. For sure, that could be for someone. Okay. And then it was creating all of this interference within their mind, within, their clarity, within their path. Okay. And then finally, this transformation happens and they find peace. A new choice enters, right? A new opportunity. And it takes them out of the debauchery, the interference, the things that were the distractions that were in their life that were keeping them from finding peace, from finding their own truth, from finding their own peace of mind, state of mind that would align them. There were so many blockages here that was keeping them from alignment within their purpose, within their pathway, from themselves, from hearing what they need to hear, or seeing, or taking in, or just, or distracting, pulling them away from what they needed to do. Okay, but it was necessary. This person had to transform. It had to be changed. Okay. Prince of Cups, the filmmaker. Yeah, I keep getting this very creative energy from this person. Like they do have a big vision. They are, look, again, the Magician at the bottom of the deck. So you got the Magician twice. So this person's a very powerful creator. Very powerful. And they use their mind to create. We have mind and emotion here. But there were blockages in both. Okay. And that's why we have the two swords. It's like these are now coming into cohesion, which before they were out of sync because there was all of this extra stuff in their outer world that was blocking the receptors. Okay, and so now they've undergone, or they are currently undergoing, a major shift and transformation. Okay, because it's aligning them to their vision. It's aligning them to how they see themselves, how they see their lives, and all of these things were getting them clear. Okay, and so this whole transformation is allowing their vision to become clear about themselves and about what they want to create going forward in their own lives. They are very powerful. Okay, they were just, their own potential was being wasted or just being blocked. Or it was like not the right time, it was not the right environment, 2222 on the timer. Okay, there were things here that were in the way. The signals were being crossed. All right, and now it's like it's time for this picture to come into clarity. It's time for the focus. And this peace and this space that is now entering, or that they're now entering, all right, with this Wheel of Fortune, with the Ace, okay, with this stability and this new grounded opportunity, or this new grounded space they're entering, is going to allow them to focus and have the peace to see clearly what they want to create and how they want to create it. Okay. Yeah, and I just want to show you this again. This magician, look, he's in his own space. He's surrounded by things that inspire him so that he can let himself cook, right? He's cooking right now. He's letting his inspiration be ignited, right? So he's sitting in front of things that inspire him, that tools that he knows he has his computer there, he has his his keyboard there, right? He has his things around him that he knows, if I sit in here, I'll get inspired, I can cook something, I can come up with something, right? And like the filmmaker, I'm in the environment of a movie theater, right? The environment, I think, is so key here. It's been so key, and it's been the wrong environment. And so now the right environment is being placed, or this person's being placed in the right environment for their creative juices to flow, for them to be able to cook properly. Okay. All right. So we got the Knight of Wands with intensity. Yeah. Now things are going to start cooking, okay? Things are getting fired up. They're going to be able to take action, and there's going to be a lot of progress, a lot of inspiration, a lot of fire going forward, okay? A lot of movement, okay? So we have the Knight of Swords with fighting. Yeah, it was like they were fighting the way, or it was like the environment was fighting. It was like the progress is being blocked. Look at this. Page of Wands with playfulness. There's something here that was blocking the play. It was blocking the inspiration. That was blocking the way towards being able to flow with this, or be in this, or, you know, enjoy this, or letting it come through. It was like there was some kind of fight, or there was some kind of blockage here, whether that be a person, an environment, whatever it was. There was something here that was like taking this person away from the flow of their creativity, of their inspiration. And then we have the Page of Cups with understanding. We have the Six of Wands with success. And then we have the Nine of Swords with sorrow. We have the Two Swords cards here, and they're both like, it was too much in the headspace. It was like there was things here that was blocking the flow of life, of love, of creativity, because there was fighting, or there were blockages, or this person was always having to be on the defense or on the offense, like always maybe having to defend themselves or their actions against others, or defend their ideas, creating this kind of mental anguish or sorrow that was keeping them from their playfulness, keeping them from their creativity and that free-flowing love, right? Being silly, feeling that. And look, so now we're entering this space. Look at both of these cards. Our heads up, our hands are up. It's like, yes, finally, I feel like I can be a kid again, or I can be myself again. I can let that part of me out, right? I'm feeling that love. I'm letting myself out of the cage. The cage door is now open, and now I can fly with intensity. Now I can move ahead with this intense passion, in this inspiration that I've been dying to set free, that I've been dying to get into and let go of, right? And so we're gonna have success. We're gonna get through the blockages and the fighting and the sorrow and the pain and the anxiety and the worry. Okay, we're getting through the blockages, and we're getting set free, and we're gonna have the success. We're gonna overcome. Okay, this person might even be well known for what they do. Okay, they might even be recognized for some kind of thing that they end up accomplishing or doing. But yeah, this person is going to get set free within this new opportunity that's landing in their lap, or presenting itself, or something that they're doing. The Wheel of Fortune, yeah, it's like everything's shifting. This person has changed in a big way, and they're now getting set free, okay, out of the anguish, out of the fighting, out of the blocks, into the love, into the freedom, into this creative, beautiful space which their imagination can flow and flourish and prosper, and it will allow them to do the same, okay? So please do not worry, pile number 2, about this person or yourself. Everything's going to be just fine. Okay, it's just been a lot of change and a lot of, having to figure it out and figure themselves out. And it's just, now it's the time for them to go towards it and to be set free. All right, so I hope this was helpful. I hope this kind of gave you a better understanding of this person or what they're going through and what they've been going through. So yeah, I hope this helped you out a little bit. And if you want to share anything about your experience, please do. I'd love to hear. I love to read your comments and just connect with you guys in that way. And if this reading did resonate, please also give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you have yet to do that. If you'd like to book a personal reading, you can do so down in the description box on my website. And otherwise, I will see you guys in the next reading, pile number 2. All of my love. Peace. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to a reading. This is all about this person, the process that they're going through at this time and have been maybe for a little while. Just so you get kind of better understanding of them and what's going on with them. And I think that'll help you out. I hope so anyways. You guys were attracted to the Howlite here and the Medieval Feathers Tarot. This is the first deck we're going to use, so let's get right into it. Ooh, I got too big of a pile there. Alright, by the way, this is the only deck that I take reversals because there are specific meanings for the reversals. So we have the Querent. This is actually an extra card in this deck. It's called Self-Embodiment. So we might actually read this. But actually, yeah, because this is the 22nd card. There's an extra one right after the World. And you think the World's the last one, and then this one comes around. And it's just like so many signs here. We have Capricorn, Leo, Cancer, Scorpio. Yeah, so we're gonna read this. And then we have Judgment. Wow, this is big energy. Revelation, self-embodiment. This person's having a major, major awakening in their lives. Holy smokes. Like, this is no small deal. This person's really awakening to their true selves, to their greater role, greater purpose here on earth, to themselves as a divine being, okay? And what that means, what that means for them here on earth. And sorry, I'm just going to cover up here, just in case. This is like an enlightened being, okay, or they're going through a major, major awakening in an enlightening moment, where they're reaching a new state of awareness, transcending their old selves, their old life, their old ways. This is major, major, major. Before we continue, let's take a little look at that. It'll kind of help us deepen here. Okay, so it says, the dragon gnawing at its tail represents the never-ending cycle spirits must go through. Encircled by it is an androgynous human representing all genders. The zodiac signs are depicted vertically along their body. This person is floating in the sky, maybe even in space. The hummingbird's feather represents their ability to set their feet firmly on the ground and flourish once they have found the answers to their problems. This card can represent the Querent, the subject of the tarot reading. The consultant will remain in the position until they have found the answer to their question. It can also be included in the deck and used for, okay, yes. This is the upright meaning, self-embodiment. Le consultant highlights the importance of appreciating and integrating every part of your being that contributes to who you are, both inner and outer. You are fully aware of your flaws and weaknesses, but this has nothing to do with what you can achieve, with your enormous potential. While you believe there is far too much to fix within yourself, you should focus on learning to love who you are, regardless of what others think. When you do this, you will notice that everyone else also sees it, and you may even begin to encourage others to follow in your footsteps. Beautiful. So this person's realizing and coming to love all aspects of themselves, maybe not judging themselves so harshly anymore. They're having an awakening moment to themselves, to who they truly are, to, awakening to a higher purpose, awakening to the wholeness of themselves and the love of all and the acceptance of all within them. I mean, this is just so cool and so beautiful. And maybe that triggered this judgment, this awakening, right? This rising up from the dead, this coming into hearing the call, right? There is an awakening, an enlightening moment happening for this person. Okay. Very, very cool. Should we get more? Yes, we should. Birth. Look at that. 3 of Cups. Birth. They're having a rebirth. They are literally coming through the birth canal. They are being birthed new. Okay. Wow. This is wild. And then we have the Page of Cups in reverse with a misperception. So I don't know about you and how you've been perceiving this awakening happening. Maybe it's looked weird to you. Maybe it's, maybe even this person has been misperceiving what's been going on with them. Okay, maybe they're changing, or they're seeming different, or they're doing weird things that they wouldn't normally do out of character, right? There are things happening here where they're changing. And that might be misperceived as something scary or, is something wrong. But what's actually happening is they're actually becoming someone different and being birthed into a new self, into a new life, into a new vibration. Okay, and so we are just misperceiving what's been going on because they're awakening to something new. All right, they're realizing new things. They're hearing a new call. All right, and so that might be us just worrying about them, which is so normal and so human. Or even them, maybe they've been like, oh my gosh, something's happening, or I don't know what's going on. Because it can look kind of weird or scary, or maybe they've been taking away their attention. They've been kind of maybe in a hermit mode, or they've been doing strange things like quitting their job or saying things they wouldn't normally say or doing things they wouldn't normally do, right? So it's easy to misperceive what's going on. But the reality here of what this is that this person is just having a major, major awakening and a shift. Okay, they are leveling up as a human being, as a person. Accepting all, and maybe not blaming themselves anymore, or not judging themselves anymore, or not being so critical anymore. All right, it's like there's a celebration, there's a new birth, there's a rising, an awakening. So it really is a beautiful, beautiful thing happening within this person. And they might not even be able to explain properly or communicate that. So that might lead to easy misperceptions as well. They're like, I don't know what's going on, but I know I'm different. The moon, exactly. It's like they've been healing a lot within their subconscious. and they don't really maybe understand fully what's going on, or they can't communicate where they've been or what they've been going through. Maybe they've been dropped off for a while. They've been kind of healing in their own darkness, their own shadow. They've been really maybe going through it, really having to face their own shadows, darkness. And maybe that looks like them taking themselves like maybe they haven't been on social media or messaging you or staying in touch as much as they would, or it's just been, maybe it's felt different. Okay. But I just want to show you the bottom of this deck really quick. So it's a misperception, but the truth is you should be very optimistic, okay? Because what's happening is this person is getting control over their emotions. They are entering a new space of emotional maturity and healing. They're actually healing something that at one time was very difficult for them. They're coming out of the darkness, out of the mystery, out of the cloudedness, out of the things that maybe ailed them at one point, the things that controlled them, or the subconscious things. The Star, there we go. There's the healing, right? They're coming out of the sewer, out of the darkness, into the light, into the Star. They were being guided through, and now they are awakening into their true power, and realizing that true power within themselves, and realizing who they truly are, and realizing that dream, and that it's very much possible. And so they're aligning to this higher version of themselves and of their life and of their purpose. So they truly are aligning to their North Star, all right, and being guided in a really beautiful way. Oh my gosh, look at that. Holy smokes. Don't be worried, okay? Please don't be worried if you felt worried. This person's really, really reaching something massive. Reaching something so massive for them. This is about healing their ancestral trauma, the things that were passed down to them, and overcoming that and reaching some kind of huge inheritance as far as blessings, as far as what they were. It was like a treasure hunt that they were meant to find in this lifetime. If you could face the demons, if you could face your own darkness, this is the outcome that you receive. And they've been in the process of doing that, and now they are receiving, they are coming through, or they will be very soon, okay? They will be coming through, coming out of the sewer. We literally see her stepping on a sewer here. I'm coming out of the moon, out of the sewer. I'm climbing myself out, and I'm being born again, born new, into the light, right? My dress is no longer tattered. It is now healed. It is now pure, and it is fresh, okay? I've come out of it, and now I get to reap the rewards because I'm aligning to my highest version. I'm aligning to abundance because I'm connecting with my purpose. And when I connect with my highest version of the purpose, it comes with the benefits of that. It comes with the wealth, right? It's now, this person is now coming into a major, major stable place in their life, which is going to benefit them. It's just, and people around them. Like, this is really a beautiful rebirth. And they're going to be so healed, so whole. Oh my gosh, so prosperous. Like, and this is now rippling to their future children, if that's in their plan, right? It doesn't have to be, but it's like it's rippling forward. They've healed something. They've stopped something from continuing. And so now, instead of this legacy of pain repeating, it's now a legacy of health, wealth, and happiness going forward. So they have really healed something huge in their own DNA, in their own ancestral legacy. Okay, and they're creating their own of prosperity moving forward. That is so, so beautiful. This is so amazing. Oh my gosh. I don't know who this person is to you, but wow, like what a soul. They truly are someone who is I want to say angelic. They've overcome such darkness and depth, and have such strength and determination, and just wow. They're an old soul. They're definitely an enlightened being here. Creation. They're getting in tune and in touch with creation, with the energy of creation itself. And so they're going to be able to be so aligned with that. There's no separation between them and creation. They know they are creation, that they're a part of creation, and that they can create anything that they wish to with their focus, with their intention. Okay, so they're aligning to their powers of creation through their perseverance. That's what we were talking about with the strength. And this could be this person still in this process of shedding. And so if you have to tell this person, please do not give up. Keep going. Okay, this is perseverance. They have persevered, and they are, if they have not already come to this, they are this close. So please encourage them to keep going. Okay, they are truly, truly right at the end of it. They are about to come out the other side as someone, as reborn, rebirthed into a new creation. They are coming through as their own creation and will be born into, this new space in which they're glowing, beautiful, like their true self. Their light is going to be so, so bright for all to see, and they're going to heal and help and just be, oh my gosh, a beacon for others. And wow, just stepping into such truth and power. Now, I actually want to read creation here, because I don't know if I've ever got this one. So there might be a message here that we need. That might be important. Okay. All right. Creation. She shaman, I will guide you to your muse. The legend. In a time before history, she shaman walks the earth, bestowing artistic talents on a select few. One day, she rests under a birch tree. Hey, says Birch, I want my muse too. Birch entertains She Shaman for a long time, singing and telling tales. She Shaman smiles. My great friend, you have had your art all along. She vows that from then on she will give everyone their own gift. To this day, She Shaman has never left us. We see her inside every creative work. Inspiration. Your path is an artistic one. Express your love in tangible art form. It is time to make decisions. Am I waiting for someone's permission to create my life? What do I need to see in order to claim my own gifts? Opening to magic, lasting transformation. Yes, divine feminine, awakening creativity, finding your muse, owning your gifts. This person is finding their magic, okay? They are finding their magic that was with them the entire time, but they're just awakening to it, to their own beauty, to their own essence, to their own truth, okay? To the beautiful dream and beautiful magic that is them. And they are going to create with that, within that space, within that energy, okay? They have persevered, and they're finally shedding this last belief or this last thing that was attached to them, that was keeping them from this wealth, keeping them from their own beauty or from their own majesty, magnificence, in the belief in that, their own healing. Okay, so that is being shed at this time, and they are stepping into what was always with them and was always theirs, is their magic, their creative power, their creation, and the magic that they are, okay, that they hold and have always held, but now just finally dropping the beliefs and the certain things that have stuck to us that kept us in the low vibration, that kept us from the belief or from the truth. Okay, that is being shed. We are finally seeing the truth. They are popping out. They are coming into the light of themselves. Beautiful. And so they're going to be living from that space, creating from that space. And that's going to lead to a lot of wealth and stability, and just, yeah, a legacy of health and well-being. Just so beautiful. Knight of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. All Pentacles. So they might be stepping into their purpose as a helper, as someone who helps deliver, maybe help, charity, because the Six of Pentacles can talk about charity. Maybe they discover people, right? Maybe they help people along their own artistic path because they come into some kind of success, right? So they kind of go along, and if they see someone that they see is special, or they have something within them that they recognize, maybe they mentor them or they tutor them. They kind of help them see their own gifts or develop their own gifts. And that could look like a teacher, yeah, a mentor, someone like who manages someone or just discovers people and gives them advice or yeah, gives them guidance for their own wealth, for their own health, for their own creative power, for their own creative benefit. Like, I'm going to help you out. I see a lot of talent within you. I see a lot of potential here. So I'm going to help you out however I can. This is, what I did. This is how I did it. This is, the lessons that I learned or was taught. And I'm going to pass those down to you, or I'm going to help you financially and get yourself going. It's like there's something here. This person's that's their awakening here, and they're going to hit, they're going to have a lot of income. And so they're going to share that because that's just who they are, and that's what they're awakening to. And so they're going to help other people get to where they've been, or try to, just support them in the ways that they can, so that they too can realize these things about themselves or get to this place of prosperity within their own path. Oh, which is just so beautiful. I absolutely love that energy. Yeah. Knight of Swords at the bottom. It's like they're going to be this kind of way shower. They're going to be this inspiration. Like, follow me, or look what I did, or, Nine of Wands. Again, Knight of Swords. Okay, what's this saying? They're going to lead people away from things that are toxic because they learned, okay, so they're going to help through their own mistakes that they've made, right? I'm going to lead you away from the same mistakes that I made so you don't have to make them, right? I'm going to help you go forward so you don't have to make the same mistakes I did. I've already learned them, right? So I'm going to help you out so you can avoid these things that had hurt me, that had held me back, that, that weren't healthy for me, the pitfalls of my own path. I'm going to steer you. I'm going to lead you away from them. I learned them so you do not have to. So these are my nuggets of wisdom and truth. And this is my charity. This is what I have to give. This is how I did it. This is the pitfalls that I fell into. So you don't have to do it. Four of Wands. King of Pentacles. And the Moon. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, and we want to take Temperance. Yeah, they're entering a state of freedom and stability where it's like they're creating their own empire, right? They're and that might look at first like this awakening, all right? And it might be attached to them creating something as well, or they end up creating something, or they like reach some massive goal that awakens them to their truth. There's something here where there's some kind of freedom that is reached, some kind of huge goal or epiphany, milestone for this person that leads them to this very prosperous and fortunate position so that they can help others go through their own dark night of the soul or their own confusion. And it's like they're going to help people heal through that. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's helping others in a certain community or others that are like that come to them or that they get or that they see there's something within them that I had. And so I'm going to almost be this kind of guardian angel to help you get through the tough times or to help you get through the times in which you're lost or you don't know what you're doing or help you heal from the loss or the trauma or the hardships, or so that you don't have to go through the same things. It's like, yeah, it's some kind of like healing the unknown, healing the shadow, healing the trials or the things, the pitfalls people fall into. It's like being this guidance. That's what this person's going to use their power for or use their influence for. Okay, we're going to go back to this deck. Let's see if it comes out. Impartiality. Yeah, it's like they are finding this person. They're finding the acceptance. And that's what I get from this impartiality. I get, almost this temperance. Like this divine healing, this divine balance of not tilting one way or the other. Finding the middle way. Finding the middle road. Finding my own divine balance where I'm not siding with this or with that. I'm accepting all within self and within the world, and that's what keeps me balanced. I do not think I'm above doing anything or working. It's like this humbleness. It's like there's a holiness, but then there's also this very humbled, grounded where I'm not better than anyone. I'm here to be of service. I'm here to help. I'm here to heal. I'm here to do the work. She's carrying 2 paint cans, but she's this like enlightened, protected being that knows that there's still work to be done. Knows that I'm still gonna get dirty here. I'm still gonna get my hands in and get to work, right? So there's that. There's like this holy guidance within the physical that's here to help, that's impartial either way, but this is my wisdom. This is what I've learned. This is what I believe, or at least this is my experience. It's like it's not even like the belief. It's just like I'm not either here nor there. I'm here, right? I'm here to help, if that makes sense. I want to get one last one last message. We're going to go back to this deck. One last message for pile number 3 from this person. The Magician, the beginning, exactly. This is a beginning of them creating their life and being in that position, in that creator mode, where they can really steer this however they want to. And they truly are in that creator position. We have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse with hastiness. The Star, again, with visibility. Okay, so they might definitely be becoming visible. Okay, becoming a known figure. 10 of Wands in reverse with disloyalty. And we have the Sun in reverse with resolution. I think there were things that were keeping them from being seen and thinking and knowing their power and knowing or being aligned with their goal, with their path, with their dream, right? It was not believing. It was like being almost like disloyal to themselves or their creation, or not seeing themselves as a master, or maybe rushing certain things. There were certain pitfalls that they were falling into. And then it's like, there's this resolution, right? That happens. There's this sign, there's this awakening that happens that now they see what I'm here to do, the work that I'm meant to do, the work that I'm meant to reveal. You know, I'm okay now. I can put it out there. I see my power now. I see what I'm supposed to be doing and how that affects people, right? I'm no longer being disloyal to myself or my path, right? I'm aligning to my mastery. And I'm finding the resolution that I always, needed and looked for, and it's finally there. And maybe it was found in the darkness, in the moon, in the night. But now it's clear what I must do. I am visible. I'm okay with visibility. I'm okay with being seen. I'm okay with taking charge. So yeah, wow, what a reading. This was beautiful. This was like so intense. Please, like if you have anything to share, please do. Like if you feel comfortable. Oh my goodness, I wonder who this is to you. I wonder what their role is, in your life. Wow, just like what a person to have in your life. It's pretty incredible. They're very powerful, and you must be just as much. But yeah. Yeah, if you have anything to share, please do. I'd love to know. They obviously have a very huge path that they are aligning with now and awakening to now. So it's no small deal. And if I want to say as well, if you were feeling like this person was being disloyal to you, or they were, working too much, or they were, maybe it felt like you were being lost from this person, that the resolution will come soon. The light will be shone soon, okay, on why everything happened, the why they've been acting certain ways, or why it's been this way. Okay. Yeah. So light will be shed. All right. So thank you so much for coming, pile number 3. I appreciate you guys. I hope this was helpful for you. I hope this gave you some kind of clarity or information that was needed at this time. And yeah, if you guys did enjoy or resonate with this reading, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you never miss another reading. And if you'd like to know more about your own situation, you can book a personal reading with me down in the description box. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one, pile number 3. All of my love. Peace.